pro-democracy organization is calling on INEC to disregard calls by the Labour Party for another review of the governorship election in Enugu State. The Enugu Good Governance Group urged the electoral body to present the certificate of return to the winner, Peter Umba of the People's Democratic Party. Labour Party governorship candidate Chijioke Edelga has vowed to challenge the results in court.
Despite the reported issue in 2023 governorship election in Enugu State was comparatively and substantially free and fair and credible, we therefore call on an INEC to disregard the call for a further review of the declared results and go ahead to hand over the certificate of return to the declared winner. Doing otherwise will be going beyond INEC's mandate and invitation to possible anarchy. We urge the Enugu Labour Party and other parties dissatisfied with the outcome of the election to make use of the provision of Section 130 of the Electoral Act 2022 by approaching the Election Petition Tribunal with its complaints.
Okay, joining us now from Enugu is the chairman of the Enugu branch of the Nigerian Bar Association, CNN Nwagbara. Thanks so very much, Nwagbara, for joining us. Please, what is this issue of the call for the review of the Enugu elections? Where does that hold in the present Electoral Act?
The call for review at this stage is a misguided call. It's a call that can be said to be called that is made out of ignorance or audacity of ignorance. Because I say so because if those who are making the call are aware of the provisions of the law and having at the back of their minds the process INEC has undergone to get to this stage, such call will never be made.
Yeah.
Okay, so CNN, let me come from the angle of the Labour Party. You know, they are coming up with the argument that Peter Umba shouldn't have been declared as the winner, looking at the margin of lead. You know, the number was not so much, and they're actually calling on INEC to review this. And some groups are of the opinion that if INEC tries to review that election result as it was announced by the REC in Enugu State, that it is a call to anarchy. You are in Enugu State. Talk to us about how this has been received there. And do you think, you know, INEC should heed to the call by the Labour Party to review what is already done?
Well, these are too many in one. But I will try as much as possible to dissect the issues as raised by you. First of all, you talked about the margin being small. The provisions of the Electoral Act is of the firm view, and it provides that the margin, it is just any margin. With any margin, a person can be declared the winner of an election. So it does not require that for a person to be declared, that the person must have a particular margin. It requires a simple majority. And I believe that Peter Umba has been declared because there is that simple majority. Secondly, the other aspect of your question is a call for review. I say with respect to those who are making those calls, I think it is simply a call for anarchy, because I think they have taken advantage of the overindulgence by INEC in the first place to have hearkened to their call for review at the time the results were collated. During that time, you recall that INEC hearkened to their call for review and actually went into review. I think that should be enough. Moreover, this is pushing the responsibilities of INEC too far. There are responsibilities law for every aspect of our political system. Court is part of it. INEC is part of it. I say with respect that according to provisions of Electoral Act 2002. INEC has done everything that is required of them to do. And at this stage, they should no longer listen to any such call. I say this with respect because by the grace of God, I am the chairman of MBA Enugu branch. And MBA generally in Nigeria, our motto is upholding the rule of law. And what is the rule of law in this respect?
Okay.
The rule of law in this respect is that there is an electoral act, and the electoral act made provisions on how elections will be conducted and the stages of election. If you go to part 4 of the electoral act, starting from section 24, with particular reference to section 65 and 66 and 72, it will tell you clearly that what INEC has done is as regular as anything you would consider to be regular.
Under the eyes of the law. Thanks so very much, CNN Nwagbara. I wish we have enough time. We lost a couple of minutes there when the interview started, but thanks very much.
But great submission and clear enough.
CNN Nwagbara is the chairman of Nigerian Bar Association, Enugu branch.